you know. And further on in the conversation, we might get into my aspects of black nationalism. And that's where that come from. That's where that stems from. Not that I didn't have any foreknowledge of what the Nation of Islam was, but I did. You know, I was raised by people who were very connected to our community. My grandmother was someone who cared for a lot of black people, and she did services for our community. She used to caretake for those less unfortunate people, which we would have called disabled at the time. And she instilled some of those qualities in me as well. So I gave back. In my little way, I gave back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead, bro.
What's your take on black nationalism?
It's necessary. So black nationalism is the precept to self-enrichment. And if we and I'm not speaking to us as a race, but we as a people are to go anywhere in life, we gotta kind of stick for each other. We look at the outside world and we see that people of other nationalities, and we see benefits within their communities. It was achieved by collective activity. And there comes a point where we as black people, if we are to consider ourselves that, need to do something for ourselves. And if we don't, we'll be going through some of the same things that we've been going through for millennia. And that's because we don't have any unity. So even if you were to take the microcosm of prison and think about unity, you have sets in prison. You have this race over here. You have this race over there. And if anybody's been in prison, know that it's segregated. When it comes to problems or situations that may happen in prison, those sets or those groups, they stick up for each other. I don't care if it's good or bad. For whatever reason, they stick up for each other. And they thrive because of it. So if you're looking at a microcosm scale, apply it to a macrocosm scale like our society now. If we were to actually unify with each other, we can. It's unlimited potential of what we can actually do.
It's hard though.
True.
A lot of us is not unified at all.
It starts with the home. It starts with home. We weren't unified in the home. The home was separated. It was dysfunctional. And it carries over to who we are as a person now.
Yeah.
Listen, at some point you just gotta just forget about that. You know, and see what's the best interest for us collectively. You know,
I think that's kind of rough. That's a rough plan to execute.
Right, but it starts somewhere. It starts somewhere. It starts somewhere.
We argue over barbecue sauce. Which hot sauce is better?
But we can do it in good nature though.
Yeah.
Like we can argue about it, but at the end of the day, we know that both of us got to put something on the chicken. You know, in order for us to eat it, we like how we like it. So we got to stick together at some point. Yeah. And if it don't happen, well, anybody can exploit us. You wonder why our community is the way it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to change my tune right now, but you wonder. Yeah. And it's because we have so much gaps in our community that anyone can come in and just do whatever. Sometimes we got to just tighten those spots where we're weak, so nobody can get in. But I'm not here to promote, separation or anything like that, or integration. But I want you to think concerning your own life, concerning if you have any pride amongst your people, what will it take to make that whole again?
Yeah.
That reminds me of something I read where it says like the Jewish community, their money touches at least 6 other Jews before it leaves their community.
Can you blame them?
And the same with the Chinese, and I think they said like black people are the last. Like as soon as we get it, it's going to other races.
Well, I believe that's because that's how we've been taught. Like, it comes to a point where it doesn't matter what we taught.
Yeah.
It matters what's right and what you think should be done to embetter your people. If that's even your case, if that's what you want to do.
Do you think self-hatred plays a big role in us not being unified?
Okay, so I can really get into some sticky points, man. I didn't really want to get into no sticky points.
Let's go.
So this thing about BBLs, all right? Like, it's to take the image that we have naturally and to alter it. For what purpose?
It's grandmas getting BBLs now, bro. Grandmas is not happy with their ass and they getting a BBL.
What type of attention? What type of attention do they want? Black men have always loved them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't say that other races have really loved them.
I feel like women say that other women get BBLs because of men and what we want. We've been fucking uncomfortably built women our whole lives, and we never thought 1 second
You need a BBL.
like, you know what,
That will
your
perfect
ass is a square, and it needs to be more round.
Right. It's
So
never
when you
never
go to
been like
Dr.
that.
Miami, ain't no man
No.
ever said
Somebody
no stuff like that.
somebody is projecting your self-image.
That's all.
Somebody's projecting
That's
it, and
all.
you just caught wind of the shit, and now you doing it.
Now, have you ever seen a BBL that look good?
I mean, black women are beautiful, irregardless. Like,
Well, no.
okay, so I will go back. You know, since I have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to culture and history. Our typical figure shape is based on, or beauty rather, is based on the Venus figurine. Okay, so the Venus figurine, if you ever looked at it, you ever seen it, it has a big bodice and it has a big, ass.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the typical black female.
Yeah.
All right. But it wasn't a standard. It's a freaking figurine.
Yeah.
Shaped in the form of somebody's image of whatever purposes they have for it. Because it never said on the bottom of it, hey, this is how black women are supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was, hey, I'm going to shape this out of clay, mud, whatever,
Yeah.
and represent this as a black woman. But where do we get the idea and concept that this is what it has to be? Man, I was born in the 70s. I lived through the 80s. I lived through the 90s. And shape was not prominent to me.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
To
pushed.
anybody.
It wasn't pushed. It wasn't professed. It wasn't an important factor. Like, in fact, I remember the standard of beauty at the time, which were by another culture, was slim, skinny. No breasts, no bodice, no backside, long hair.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to say that was wrong, but that was that was their profession of what beauty meant.
Okay.
I understand black people, we got some swag, so we try to turn something inside out. But that's just a representation of what you think is beauty. Like, you don't got to be that.
But you're
I
not
still love my
about
black
to-
women.
But you're not about to evade the question that this man just asked you. We're not gonna let you do it.
I love to see.
Like I like
So
your political approach.
So men,
to this. I like that. That's cool.
men to me, or in my view, because I can't speak for every man. We like shapes.
Yeah.
All right, we're visual. We're a visual type of thinker.
Yeah.
And shapes are proportionate, it might look good.
Yes.
You know, or is attractive to us.
Yes, sir.
So I have no problem with it. But that's not the end all be all with you.
Right.
Like maybe at first if I was more juvenile, like, hey, I can just like any baby, they're like more adapted to shapes and sizes and of things and figurines. But me, as a man, I don't. That ain't the only qualification that I need.
So, if you ask me that same question, if I have ever seen any BBLs that didn't look right,
No, that did look right.
that did look right,
Yeah. Have you seen any that looked like where you couldn't even tell? You thought it was natural.
it's super rare.
Yeah.
It's super rare. It's almost like you can tell when you see the ass. If the fupa is non-existent, it's a BBL.
It's a hand to hand.
Yeah, like if you have no waist anymore and you have like 3 or 4 kids and you're not Beyonce,
Right. You don't work out on the regular.
it's not. I've seen them and they, it's cool. It gives it a shape.
Right.
It gives it a shape. Does it complement the other areas of their body? Maybe. Maybe not. Sometimes the legs don't. They don't add up to what the ass is looking like, and it looks kind of awkward when you have small legs and this huge butt. But
Man, they look like them ants from Men in Black.
There you
Come on,
go.
bro.
There you go.
Let's be real.
So it's hit or miss. A lot of misses. A lot of misses.
Yeah.
A lot of misses. I feel like they just want any type of shape because they just weren't happy with how their ass looked.
So I don't want to deviate. I don't want to deviate from the conversation, but most women who do shape themselves,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. Like I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know personally. I don't know no woman who has gotten an enhancement that is just in the house and never show it off.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like it comes hand in hand. Like
gotta show it
if you got it, you show it. But that's where I have my problems. Like, why? Why do you want to show it? And why you want to
like
show it is the
getting a new
reason
car.
why you want to get it.
It's like getting a new car.
Right. What you trying to get more attention?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to get more people to buy?
Yeah.
No, you don't need it.
Subscribers.
I think some people, damn, this might be too much. But I feel like some people are just insecure. And they just trying to do whatever they can to make themselves feel better about themselves.
I can agree.
That's true.
I think most people are insecure about something.
Yeah.
Everybody has one, at least. Not to what degree, that could vary, but everybody has something. And in this day and age now, I think with a lot of women, particularly black women, the BBL is it.
It's men getting them. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that
Saucy
too.
Santana, don't he got a BB Izzle?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Yeah.
With a beard.
Yeah. Right. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. Whatever makes them feel good. Hey, I'm all for it. But it just ain't my cup of tea. Like I'm a natural dude. I like natural shit.
You know what I don't like? Those lip fillers.
Oh man.
God, that shit looks so silly to me, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't see how they don't think it looks crazy.
Hey, but why do people actually want to fill their lips? So what are they looking like? Like, who has full lips? So when I see people who trying to do stuff like that, like I try to wonder like what makes them do it, as well as who they're trying to look like. And oftentimes when I see lip fillers, I think of a particular races other than the race who is most likely to have those types of features, and that's black women. So if other women of other society, other nations, other cultures want to be like you black women, why are you changing? Like you're the epitome where who everyone wants to be.
The bar.
Why are you changing? And are you changing because you just trying to change up the game and you're like, hey, now they can try this?
How long have BBLs been out?
That's a good question.
Like, have they been out for a long time and we just didn't know about it?
No, I think this is fairly recent, like probably the past 10, 15 years type thing. Like, I remember, you've heard those stories where women are getting like these injections in this hotel. And yeah, she's, I guess that they've stepped it up, the procedure and the way they do it now. But these butt injections and surgeries have been going on for a nice little while now. Yeah.
I mean, I really can't put a finger on it. What caused black women to want to do it? I don't even know when the first time or the person that they emulated that same type of desire came from. So I don't know why black women don't think that they're beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you why I even bring this up, because